Let's see here. Moving on. David Wellman is back, and let's see what he has to say here. We need to coin a term for the Russia photos cooked up by the Dems and all their propaganda arm, the press. Red Scare doesn't fit. Phobia, sorry, not Russian phobia. We need to coin a term for the Russian phobia cooked up by the Dems and their propaganda arm, the press. Red Scare doesn't fit. Russophobia. A year ago, there were no problems at all. Anything Russia did was fine. It's people, the benefit of the doubt. Now a major political party is dragging the whole nation through the mud for what? Sour grapes? Yes, precisely. Sour grapes, exactly. Sour grapes is the emotional drive, and that's where the heart of it comes from and the head of it comes from. As long as we keep making these accusations and charges, we are delegitimizing Donald Trump, and the more we delegitimize Donald Trump, the better chance we have to either have him beaten in the next election, or the better chance we have to, pull off this impeachment miracle that they think is going to happen, or basically the more they delegitimize Trump, the more they can keep their own Congress people in line and not allow them to vote for any single thing that the Republicans back. As they can basically bully them into saying, how could you possibly help Trump this way? And I wake up and connected to the last question. I really do. I say to myself, is this serious? Am I just blind to this because I don't like Obama and I like Trump better than that? Is it that? And for the life of me, I don't think it is. I look at the things I saw with Obama, and these are serious, serious issues. I look at the things they're making accusations of against Donald Trump. Not only is there not any evidence, but there's evidence of absence. When CNN says, it's pretty much a witch hunt, and we know there's just basically, bullcrap, and I think I'm being fair about this. I'd like to be. I'd like to stay fair about it. And I got off some line somewhere, I think in that right angle, where I said, they're going to stay with it. If it turns out they find out that some intern on the Donald Trump staff went out to dinner in Atlanta and had Russian dressing on their salad, then that's going to be the news for the next 3 days. So knock yourself out, guys. By the way, does anybody actually think that since Hillary Clinton gave the Russians 25% of our uranium in exchange for $100 million or something to that effect, is there anybody out there that actually thinks that Donald Trump is better for Russia than Hillary Clinton? Donald Trump is moving the military in Syria. He's basically confronting them at every turn. He's basically talking about building up the military. If Russia's going to be pulling for anybody, you think the person they would have been pulling for was Hillary Clinton, because they know she could be bought and they know that she hates the country and she hates the military. I don't understand what the whole point of this is. If Russia wanted to influence the election, it seems pretty clear to me, especially since the inauguration, that this is not the horse they want to back for the interests of Russia. This is a guy who's going to stand up to Russia and not hand the ambassador some plastic piece of crap play toy with the word reset on it and make this the basis of America's national foreign policy, for God's sakes. Yeah, sour grapes is what it is. They're using the Russia thing to find an intellectual fig leaf to cover their temper tantrum and their shock and disbelief that they lost this election after they were so sure they were going to win. And it still is the only thing that gives me genuine comfort every now and then. I just wake up and think about that night, and I think about how they've been just having a consistent 9-month temper tantrum, and it's going to be a 4-year temper tantrum. And if they keep it up for 4 years, it'll be an 8-year temper tantrum. Let's see, moving on here.